You special and she reckless. Baby, you're my bestest friend. Yeah, she my bestie. My love for you is endless. Nobody else can end it. And when I get the money back.
Hey y'all, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we're talking about products that disappointed me. First thing I'm going to talk about here, and I know I'm just going to go ahead and prepare myself for the comments because Lord have mercy, anytime I do not like a Fenty or a Pat McGrath palette, people lose their mind. I love Pat McGrath. She is a phenomenal makeup artist. I love a lot of her products. I love Fenty, I love Rihanna, I love a lot of her products, but guess what? Everything ain't for everybody, and just because I'm not a fan of a product doesn't mean I don't like them. Like, look at it this way, okay? Let's say you follow my content, right? You like me, you follow all my things. So let's say maybe I post one video and you're just not a fan of it. It don't mean you don't like me. You just maybe didn't like the one video, and that's okay. That's all I'm saying. So all the Fenty and Pat McGrath stands, just relax, all right? The first palette that disappointed me was the newest Pat McGrath eyeshadow palette. Now, this is not an issue with formulation, okay? Pat McGrath eyeshadow palettes, for me, they are not something that I use on a day-to-day basis. That's just my preference, how I like to do my makeup. I am a working makeup artist. I do use Pat McGrath eyeshadow palettes when I'm working bodybuilding competitions. So when I'm doing bodybuilding, glam, eyeshadow, hair, makeup, all that jazz, that is when I like to use them, just simply because they are perfect for the stage. They're nice and blingy, they're shimmery. And I think something that people tend to forget when it comes to Pat McGrath, look at her work. Pat McGrath is a high fashion runway makeup artist. That's why her products are the way that they are. I understand that it works for her and what she does. It's suitable for her clientele, which is probably why I like them best for when I am working bodybuilding competitions, because my clients are on stage, bright lights, so that shimmery reflect, it works. But just for everyday life, it's just not anything I reach for. Now with this palette in particular, I was just very underwhelmed. Online, it looked insane. I already had my money pushed to the side. I was like, yo, we're going to Sephora, we're going to pick this up, let's do it. I got to Sephora and I was just underwhelmed. I just felt like the color story in person, to me, it just didn't speak to me. And here's the deal, you guys. I don't care what's trending, I don't care what's popping, I don't care how many times you've seen it on Instagram, YouTube. If something is just not speaking to you, do not purchase it. Don't purchase it, and that's why I didn't get it. If you got it and if you love it, that is okay. That's okay. But for me personally, for me in my house, when I saw it in person, I was just kind of like, oh, that's it. I wasn't crazy about it. So I passed on it. I was disappointed just simply because it's one thing if I saw it online and I was just kind of like, meh, but then you see it in person and you're like, never mind. No, this is the opposite. I saw it online and I was like, oh yeah, that's gonna be cool. But then for some reason, when I saw it in person, I just wasn't feeling it. So that disappointed me a little bit. Again, if you got it and you love it, that is totally fine. Okay, the next product that I have on the list, I do not have anymore because I returned it. The Este Lauder Skin Tint. I will do my best to remember to leave the wear test for any of the videos, or any of the products that I talk about down in the description. The Este Lauder Skin Tint did absolutely nothing for my skin. So with Este Lauder, I think the disconnect for me with this was they used that it was under their double wear line, right? If you have ever used double wear, you know that double wear is going to give you like full on coverage. Now with it being a skin tint, I was not at all expecting full on coverage, but I was expecting a little bit light coverage. And while it did a little something, it wasn't as much as I was expecting. I think maybe they shouldn't have put double wear under it. In fact, hold on, let me double check to make sure that I'm not wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's the Este Lauder double wear skin tint. Yeah, Okay, it's the Double Wear Sheer Long Wear Makeup. So it's a skin tint. You're not gonna get that full on coverage, which was fine, but I just didn't like the way it looked on my skin. I felt like it really intensified my texture, my pores, and I felt like I got really, really greasy. So for me, I don't know. I was just expecting, because the original Double Wear is just so mattifying, I thought that maybe this would kind of be not as mattifying, but just a little bit, just do a little something for me. It did nothing for me. So for me, I was very, very disappointed with that product. The next product that I have on the list was the ABH Cream Bronzer. I just didn't find this product easy to work with. I just didn't. I think when brands come out with products, again, you have to understand your demographic, you know? Some brands come out with products, and I get it, and it took me a while before I got hip to this myself. I'm like, oh, this is great, this is fantastic, I love it. But then I also had to keep in mind, I have makeup artistry skills. That's what I do for a living, you know what I mean? So just because something is easy for me to utilize and work with doesn't mean that it's gonna be easy for someone else to utilize and work with. It kind of gave me, reminded me of, remember the ABH cream? I have them right here, hold on. And I definitely need to declutter because these are old. You guys remember these cream contour palettes? These can be a beast to work with. You basically have to shear them down. Now the ABH cream bronzer, they are opaque. They give you a lot of color, a lot of pigmentation. However, I was thinking of if someone who maybe is just getting into makeup, or maybe if you just want something that's quick and fast, I personally just didn't find it something that you could just pick up, put on your face, and move on about your business. I prefer the e.l.f. Silly Putty. Is it Silly Putty? Or no, the e.l.f. Putty Bronzer, just simply because with the Putty Bronzer, it's not as opaque. The ABH, as soon as you dip it in and put it on your face, is just pow, color intense, where yes, of course, you can just kind of be mindful and go in with the light hand. But again, this is just a preference for me, how I like to do my makeup, and when working on clients, I like to build up. So if I need to just kind of take my time and build up, I'm totally fine with that. I don't mind taking my time, and I can easily blend it out better that way. But if you just get a little too much, and it can go left real quick. So for me, that one, nah, disappointed. For the next product we have here that disappointed me, I actually have this on me, the Merit Foundation Stick. I had high hopes for this, just simply because I love Merit's aesthetic. I love how it's just very simple, girl on the go, no makeup look. I was like, yes, that's the vibe, that's the movement, I dig that. So I was super, super excited to use this. I wanted to just, put it up under my eyes and spot conceal. Spot conceal, no problem. Under the eyes, whoo, under the eyes, this crease, this ran on me. Again, I have oily skin, 365 all year long, nothing changes there. It just did not sit and did not jive well with my skin. Now, if this works for you, and I'm being super, super extra with all these disclaimers because some people, but if this works for you, that is good. I am not saying that I think this is a trash product, okay? I am just saying that this just didn't work for me. I was not a fan. Next up on the list, I returned this one quick, fast, in a hurry. The Laura Mercier Skin Tint. So this, on Sephora, because I remember reading it, it said specifically that it was going to make your skin a matte finish. Abso-freaking-lutely not. My skin was so greasy with this. It was insane, which I had high hopes just because I know Laura Mercier, her formulas tend to be a little bit more hydrating, okay? So when I saw that it specifically said matte, I was game. I was down. Nope. No. This was not matte whatsoever. If you have oily skin, this will not work for you. If you got dry skin, go off. You will be 100% fine. It'll look beautiful. But oily skin, it won't stand a chance. And then last but not least product that I have, it is also by Laura Mercier. It's the Cosmic Rose. Now, this is not a trash product. This is the Light Catcher powder. I did a video just discussing all of Laura Mercier's powders, and the reason why this is disappointing to me is just simply because it's just another version of her glow powder. This is not something that you can set your whole face with. You will look like a disco ball. When I saw this, I was under the impression that it was gonna do, whoa, I just spilled it everywhere. I was under the impression that this would do what a Sephora Micro Smooth or a MAC Mineralized Skin Finish. That's what I was thinking this was gonna do. No, this is just a glow highlighter with a different shade from the original one. So I just felt like that was poor marketing, and I didn't quite understand the purpose of this. This was not needed because it is too close to the glow powder. It's just a different shade, but honestly, once you get it on the face, it's not that noticeable. All right, y'all, that's gonna wrap up today's video. Down below in the comments, tell me a couple of products that maybe you were hyped for and you tried it out and you were disappointed. Again, these are just my thoughts, my opinions. I am not the Bible, I am not the law. These are just my experiences, all right? So y'all know the deal. Keep it simple, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.